They need to be informed to stop for a second. So you can really get them lower the duck. Oh, I want out of here. I want out of here too. I want to go to the game.
Good morning. Dear Heavenly Father, we ask that you bless this gathering of family, friends, well-wishers to honor. Please watch over these extraordinary young people as they take their first dive into the real world. We ask that you grant them success and happiness in all that they do. They are already well equipped to achieve their goals, having successfully navigated 12 years of school. They carry a valuable body of knowledge gleaned from the past dozen years of trials and tribulations. But these graduates, wise and hardworking as they are, can't make it through life alone. They need you, Lord, to encourage them in times of trouble and to rejoice with them when things are going well. Therefore, we ask you to take care of and to protect the class of 2003 and to stay with them always. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now I'd like to call up Carrie Ann Olsted to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now I'd like to introduce Angela Jansen, who's going to be doing the welcome address.
Morning. Welcome, distinguished guests, family, friends, and fellow graduates, to the 2003 Farmington High School commencement ceremony. Sitting before you today are those who have earned the right to be here through their efforts. Thank you for being here to share this honor with us. Now, please welcome Greg Chick, Senior Class President, with the Presidential Address.
Good morning, friends, family, teachers, and administrators, and welcome to the commencement ceremony of the class of 2003. Today marks the end of one of the most influential stages of all of our lives. The lessons we've all learned extend beyond the classroom and will be applicable to our everyday lives. Before you stands future doctors, electricians, photographers, teachers, laborers, chefs, and most of all, good friends. Farmington High School has given us 4 years of learning, fun, and memories. Who can forget the time when Sarah and Megan almost set the school on fire during the penny sale? How about the excitement when we beat the seniors at Winter Carnival? Or the celebration when we won it again this year? Or the time when we all walked into the school and there was a car in the lobby? Needless to say, each of us holds many fond memories that we'll never forget. The learning part of high school has been a bit more difficult. Education is not meant to be easy. The learning process is meant to be an intellectual challenge each and every day you arrive in class. Our teachers have taken on the task of meeting us day in and day out to challenge us to learn and do better. Putting up with this task is not easy. Reading the book, listening in class, taking notes isn't exactly anyone's idea of a good time, at least not mine, believe it or not. But when we all accept the challenge of learning, of expanding our horizons, that is when we truly succeed. The world is a busy place. It's not easy to make a change or even make a difference in the world today. It's much easier to just let the world keep on going without you. Too many people waste away, never to let themselves be heard or noticed. It is unfortunate too many people choose the path of apathy than try to make a change. As I was writing this speech, what I like to call senior style, meaning I wrote it the night before it was due, I came across a quote by the great Albert Einstein that said, "The world is a dangerous place, not because of those who do evil, but because of those who look on and do nothing." I think he's right, that too many people don't care anymore. I'll admit it is kind of depressing to watch the news lately, but each and every one of us has the power to make a change and make a difference. Each of us is in the stage of our lives where every door is still open to us. The infinite amount of possibilities is still there to us. If we can dream it, we can do it. When you all get out into the real world, I hope every day goes by with you learning something new. The teachers were right when they said education doesn't end when the bell rings. It's something you take with you every day of your life. Live your lives to the max. Every day is a new adventure, a new experience to be had. Enjoy everything you do. Enjoy all the people you meet, and enjoy yourself. Charles Darwin once said, "Anyone who dares to waste 1 hour of life has not discovered the value of life." I urge all of you to seize the day and make every moment last. Success is not a measure of your bank account, but rather an analysis of your personal achievements. If in your heart you feel love, friendship, and happiness at the end of every day, then it is obvious you have already succeeded. We are now all ambassadors of Farmington High School. When we branch out into the world, we represent the school and the community. It is all of our task to show the world that we are here, we are important, and we will make change. I want to take a second to personally thank someone, to recognize the oftentimes unnoticed champion of our class. This person has been with us all 4 years from the very beginning. She's dealt with us on a daily basis, oftentimes stressed about it, but always willing to put up with it. She is always there at the fundraisers, the class meetings, organizing our events, and other stuff no one even knows about her but me and her. If I could, I'd like to have a round of applause for our outstanding class advisor, Mrs. Dimmick. Thank you, Farmington High School, for the best 4 years of my life. I want all you students to know that this school is all about opportunity. When I filed in the first day, I never envisioned myself up here. But if I can make it here, so can you. To the class of 2003, thank you guys for having me as your leader this year. Thank you all of you for being my friends and being supportive. You've made senior year even greater than it was supposed to be. I wish you all the best of luck. Stay in touch. Thank you. Now I'd like to call out my good friend Carrie Olstead for the salutatorian address.
While trying to decide what to speak about for graduation, I thought of some of the toughest lessons that I have learned in high school. Making and keeping good friends, succeeding academically, and time management skills were all hard, but I think the most difficult lesson that I learned in high school was about acceptance. If you walk through the halls of any high school or observe people in their everyday situations, the cliques and huddles attest to the fact that most high school students, and even adults, do not truly grasp the idea of acceptance. There is an acceptance that does not depend upon the politically correct. Although acceptance can be described as satisfactory, suitable, or admissible, it goes beyond mere approval. Acceptance is the act of acknowledging differences, recognizing the individual's right to be different, and valuing the intrinsic qualities of that person. When considering the complicated issue of acceptance, standards are a necessary part of its definition. Without an agreement of what is right and what is wrong, it is nearly impossible to truly understand what acceptance is all about. There are standards in this world, and although there are some that may ignore them, they do not disappear. The controversy usually begins when there is a person who ignores the standards and offends us. We feel violated, angry, and vengeful toward the person who has wronged us. But the question that we need to ask ourselves is this: do an individual's actions define that person, or is there more to his character? Are the mistakes that you and I make our only chances of confirming our character? Fortunately, the answer is no. The true show of integrity appears when we have to deal with that person who has wronged us. Do we reject him or forgive and accept him? Forgiveness is one of the hardest principles to master. To forgive requires that we humble ourselves enough to look past the wrongdoing and accept an apology. Perhaps it is so difficult because it is an unconditional agreement that asks the forgiver to drop the matter completely and not dwell on the offense. True forgiveness cleanses a heart of the pain caused by that offense. But forgiving and forgetting is not easily done because it is so much simpler to hold a grudge or ignore that person. But instead of becoming bitter and angry, hold this attitude: I will never allow another person to ruin my life by making me hate them. Even though forgiveness is hard to put into practice, its rewards outweigh its costs. After truly forgiving someone, one feels a sense of relief and freedom. Not only does it benefit the forgiver, it also benefits the one being forgiven. Although forgiveness has great emotional benefits, it also has tremendous physical profits and burnout. A body that is free of hate through forgiveness goes through a healthy chemical transformation. We have all heard the golden rule: do to others as you would have them do to you. But why is it so important? It is important because there is a basic human need for everyone to be accepted by someone. When a person is neglected, he is missing an integral part of human relationships. There are already too many unkind and judgmental people in this world. Why add to the substantial numbers? One of the biggest lessons that high school has taught me is that you do not have to agree with someone politically, morally, or religiously in order to accept them, because true acceptance is able to look beyond the politically correct. People need and should be accepted by their intrinsic qualities, what's on the inside, instead of outward appearances. Perhaps if they did, high school and even life in general would not be so difficult. So what will you choose today? Rejection or acceptance? Thank you. Now I'd like to introduce my best friend, Kristen Goodwin, to do the valedictory address.
Good morning, students and faculty, family, and friends. After 4 years of high school, trying to write one valedictory address to sum it up is anything but easy. I spent forever searching for the right thing to say to you guys, to my friends, to the people I've spent my entire life with. And after a week of thinking, it finally came to me. This is what I wrote. I'm sitting here at the kitchen table, and it is exactly 5 minutes before 10. I just gave up my physics studying for the last quiz I will probably ever have to take in that class. And I got to thinking, not about physics exactly. I was thinking and wondering, why am I so stressed over this one quiz anyway? Yes, school and learning are important. Good grades will get you into college, and college will bring you a successful career, and a successful career will result in a good income. We hear this every day from our parents and from our teachers. But will this path alone lead to happiness? What is life really about anyway? The purpose of my speech is not to try and answer this question for you, as I know everyone here would have a different answer. Because what Ben feels life is about isn't what I feel life is about, or what Evan feels life is about, or even what Mr. Lee feels life is about. I would simply like to ask all of you not to take the little treasures in life for granted, the things that make life special, your friends, your family, your teachers, because although I know you've heard it 1,000 times before, life is short. Every day is a gift from God, not a guarantee. I learned this lesson this past winter in the hardest way possible. I lost my mother. When you turn around one day and the person most dear and closest to your heart isn't there anymore, you begin to ask questions about life. Through my experiences, I've discovered that it isn't how long you live that makes your life complete. It is how you live it. Thoughts of my mother do not bring sadness, but instead, a warm, proud feeling. She did not leave anything undone. It is the love you share, the hope you inspire, the advice you give, the people you impact, every laugh, every memory, every experience that make life complete. Every once in a while, stop and ask yourself, what am I accomplishing? Who am I impacting?
Share your love with the world. Leave your fingerprints upon the souls of others. And take time to give of yourself. I will tell you one thing. I'm probably not going to remember the difference between an AC generator and a DC generator. I'll tell you what I'm going to remember. I'm going to remember Winter Carnival, how our whole class pulled together to grab 2 wins, and how all the upperclassmen stared up in awe at our reproduction wall with the giant squid our freshman year. I'm going to remember working concession at the races last fall. All I seem to remember are French fries, burgers, grease, sweat, and angry customers. This was just one of the many times Mrs. Dimmick, the big D, almost went crazy for us. I'm going to remember our class rockathon and how Sean and Josh got tangled on that twister board. I'm going to remember our dance competitions during Winter Carnival and how Tina sang "Happy Birthday, Mr. President" while sitting on Greg's lap. And how Misty almost lost the Tinkerbell costume that I made during the dance. I'm still sorry, Misty. I'm going to remember biology class sophomore year and Brad's frighteningly accurate bird mating call. And of course, who can forget Greg's latest hairstyles? I think he about covered every color in the rainbow. I'll never forget how Mr. Taylor let us buzz his blue too in physics either. Most of all, I'm not going to forget my friends, the people who have stuck with me through thick and thin. Friends are the people who are there for you when you don't even know it. They come out of the blue when you're in trouble and rescue you. They give you strength to carry you through. A friend is the person who writes your initials on their socks when you want so bad to be at a basketball game but can't. A friend is the person who goes for long runs with you and helps you sort through your thoughts. A friend is the one who begs and pleads with you and even gives you candy so that you will go to college in Boston with him. A friend you name your crushes after so that you can talk about them secretly. A friend is the one you can always count on for a long phone conversation when you are down in the dumps or just bored out of your mind. We are all going our separate ways next year, but promise me that none of you will take the little things in life for granted, and that you will remember it isn't how long you live that makes your life complete. It is how you live it. Cherish your friends, your teachers, and your families. Make a difference in the lives of others by loving, and never forget the past, for it is what shaped us into who we are today. And to the underclassmen, I ask you to take a closer look at the lessons here at FHS. You will not find most of these lessons embedded between the pages of a textbook, but in the people you encounter and the experiences you have. I wish the best of love and luck to each one. May God bless all of you. At this time, I would like to introduce to you our guest speaker, Mr. Shagnon. Mr. Shagnon, as you all probably know him, is the vice principal at the junior high school, but he was also our 5th grade science teacher and friend. Mr. Steinman.
I didn't write this down, but I spend every day with 7th and 8th graders, and sometimes you get a little nervous about the future. And after seeing and listening to the young leaders of tomorrow representing the class of 2003, I'm at ease. As Booster Club president of Farmington High School, I just feel the overwhelming need, before I begin my speech, to quickly say good luck to the baseball team as they defend their Class M title at 1 o'clock at Spalding High School. And I promise to keep this address, unlike myself, short and sweet. You know, I think the last time that I was present when the class of 2003 was assembled was at their 5th grade end-of-the-year assembly at the former Memorial Drive School. And looking at them today, they've all grown and changed so much. And last week at Last Chapel, I was painfully reminded that at least one of us was much thinner back then and had a lot more hair. Give you 2 guesses as to who that was. You know, when you teach 5th grade and spend 180 days with the same individuals every single day, a special bond develops. And I remember thinking at that last assembly, I hope as they grow older, they don't forget me. And when I was on the phone with Nancy Rodrigue and Kristen LeDuc asked me to speak at the graduation, I was overwhelmed. And I can say that asking me to be here today to speak to all of you is the greatest gift of remembrance that you could have given your 5th grade teacher. It's truly an honor to be here, and I thank you for that. As I began to plan for the speech, I thought to myself that I wanted to leave you all with a message that you could use as you entered the real world. I didn't want to ramble on, and I wanted it to be somewhat unique. Now, I certainly can't contend with UNH's Meryl Streep or Central High School's Adam Sandler, but I'll give it a shot nonetheless. 14 years ago, I sat in one of these very seats, and being the young, immature 17-year-old that I was, I can remember thinking, okay, everyone, let's get this going. Let's get the speeches going. Let's get the diplomas. Let's get the dollars for scholars out. After all, I wanted to get home. I had gifts to open, cards filled with money, and friends to spend time with. But if I can give you a piece of advice about this special day, try to freeze this moment in time if that's at all possible. Hold it close to your hearts and your minds, because as the years pass by, it's days like these that become more and more special and more meaningful. And that's my advice for the present. And now some advice for the future. You know, being 31 years of age, I'm not much older than most of you, but I've learned a few things. First, listen to people older than you. The phrase, been there, done that, is more true than you can imagine. You know those people who are always trying to give you advice, guidance, share stories of their experiences? You know, those people called parents, perhaps grandparents, teachers, aunts and uncles, other family members and friends. If they're older, they are indeed wiser. And yes, they've been there. They've done that. It may have been a different time and place and a different set of circumstances, but listen to their advice. It's very much worth listening to. Look out at the crowd. Look out at the crowd. See those eyes staring back at you? The ones filled with tears, the ones filled with love and with pride. Those are the eyes of those who love you. They are the people who love you unconditionally, no matter what. Appreciate them. Be thankful for them. And take some time today to tell them what they mean to you and thank them for all they've done for you. Whatever you choose to do and wherever your future leads, make sure that when you do something, you give it 100%. Let it be known that when you undertake a task or commit to something, you'll see it to its end and give it your all. When you complete a task, make sure that it has your own unique seal of completion. In addition to that, make sure that what you do makes you happy. I'll say that again. Make sure that what you do makes you happy. Enjoying what you choose to do is so much more important than the car you can afford or the size of the paycheck that you cash. Please remember that. Don't waste time. Time is something you can never get back, and all too often we are reminded that life is too short. Be able to look back and value how your time was spent. Don't let your life be defined by the things you wished you'd done, but by the things you took the time to do. In this fast-paced world of beepers and cell phones, schedules and appointments, every once in a while, slow your life down. Slow it down and appreciate the small things that life has to offer. A peaceful walk, a good book, a conversation with a loved one. Make time for your family and cherish that time. And if you ever have the opportunity to give back to where it is you came from, do so. It's a feeling of completion and fulfillment that cannot be matched. Talking to you today and writing this speech, I had many fifth grade flashbacks, like our trip down the Oregon Trail, or the Halloween that we celebrated King Arthur's court. I was King Arthur, and a throne mysteriously appeared outside my classroom door that day, the porcelain kind. Or Joel Dimmick's electrically ignited volcano, which literally left a bad taste in Mrs. Lee's mouth. She was standing a bit too close to the paper mache when it blew out of the top. Or Emily Cormier's ability to argue with Mr. Shagnon about everything, always concerned with female rights. Or when we watched the live verdict of the O.J. Simpson trial together. It was that long ago. Or our wonderful experience together at Nature's Classroom. Nature's Classroom is full of life lessons, the importance of teamwork, acceptance, and self-respect, to name a few. And speaking of Nature's Classroom, I brought with me today an eyelac bead. It's nothing special, it's nothing expensive, it's a piece of yarn with a bead attached to it. ILAC is an acronym and can stand for many things for those of you who are not familiar with that word. It could stand for I am loving and caring, I am likable and capable. You get the idea. What makes the ILAC bead so special is that it encourages us to do good deeds or to be kind to someone in need, for that is how a bead is earned. In addition to that, an ILAC bead is given away when we witness or are the recipients of a good deed. It is my hope that you are able to give away several ILAC beads throughout your lifetime, but that you receive twice as many. Yes, grade 5 was a great year. And to top it all off, it seemed like the year couldn't get any better. That's the year Greg Chick moved into town. Whether the road of life takes you to college, to the service, or the workforce, and no matter how big and important or rich and famous you become, remember your small town roots and be proud of the community from which you came. The author Michael J. Rosen once said, "Home is all the words that call you in for dinner, over to help, into a hug, out of a dream." National Geographic describes the tiger as a beautiful, strong creature that can move with astonishing speed and power, or with easy grace and a noble bearing. The tiger is the star of folk tales and legends and is admired around the globe. No two tiger stripes are alike, just as no two human fingerprints are alike. Therefore, tigers are unique and tigers are individual. And because of this, tigers radiate pride. May your tiger pride stay with you all the days of your life. Thank you. Congratulations.
Some wonderful speeches. Some of the best I've heard in a long time. Good job, everybody. Next session that we're going to go through are a number of awards handed out to students for academic achievement. The first person I'm going to recognize is the class valedictorian. She's been here once already today, but she needs to come up here again. I would like to congratulate Kristen Goodwin, this year's class valedictorian. This year's class salutatorian, well-deserved, goes to Carrie Ann Olstead. I have 9 seniors that I'm going to recognize who made the honor roll all 4 quarters during their senior year. So if they would come up here and pick up a senior honor pin. The first young lady is Beth Carrier. Greg Chick. Lauren Isabel. Derek Jennis. Sarah Johnson. Kristen LeDuc. Carrie Ann Olstead. Jamie Smith. Ann Mora Urick. This year, we have an award that goes to a student who has made the honor roll all 16 marking quarters during their high school career. This year, I would like to recognize Greg Chick. The next award is the Faculty Award. The Faculty Award is presented to an unsung hero of the senior class. It is a student who's always there pitching in and helping, receiving very little recognition. It is the unselfishness that makes this award very special. This year, the recipient of the Faculty Award is presented to Joel Dimmick. Next award is the Most Improved Student. This particular class had probably 8 or 9 students that showed just unbelievable growth from their freshman year. But this one particular student, GPA improved almost 12 points. This particular student has also improved in overall citizenship and is extremely proud of himself, as we are, and I would like to congratulate Blake White. We're going to go on to scholarship awards. Just give me a moment. I have to go pick up a whole bunch of them. A $1,000 scholarship is awarded this year to a young lady who exemplifies Mrs. Thayer's fine attributes and has attained academic excellence, exhibited high moral standards, and has demonstrated a strong desire to further their education. This young lady is the class valedictorian. She's going to St. Anselm's College, Kristen Goodwin. The Luvera Burley Scholarship was established in memory of Mrs. Burley, who was a teacher in the Farmington School District for over 42 years. The qualities associated with Mrs. Burley include character, leadership, and dedication. This year's $500 scholarship is presented to Leah Rarick, who's going to Plymouth State College. The James E. Thayer Scholarship was established by the Thayer family in memory of Mr. James E. Thayer's love for electronics, communication, and its related fields. A $2,500 scholarship is awarded annually to a member of the senior class who exemplifies Mr. Thayer's fine attributes of academic excellence and demonstrates a strong desire to further their education in the field of electronics or communications. This year, it's presented to Greg Chick, who is going to Northeastern University. The Women's Club Scholarship was established in 1995. This $500 award was created to recognize the student or students who best emulate the club's goals and philosophy. Those qualities include character, integrity, involvement in activities, willingness to serve others, and an appreciation of education. This year's recipient is Carrie Ann Olstead, who is going to the Moore College of Art and Design. The Abraham Bertman Charity Trust Scholarship is awarded in special recognition of Judge Eugene Newt, who served on the Board of Trustees of the Bertman Charity Trust for many years. We would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to Judge Newt for his many years of dedicated service to our community. This scholarship supports his value of service. This year I'm pleased to present two $1,500 awards. The first one is to Emily Cormier, who's going to UNH, and the second one is going to Carrie Ann Olstead. The Farmington High School Faculty Scholarship was established in 2001. This award was created to recognize a well-rounded student with academic inclination. And again, I am presented to award a $1,000 scholarship to Carrie Ann Olstead. The next scholarship is the Mike Lee Scholarship, established in 1998 on the occasion after I retired from coaching of over 20 years here in the Farmington school system. This award is given to a male or female athlete who will continue participation at the college level, has displayed leadership, dedication, and perseverance. This year I'm pleased to present a $250 award to Brad Knights, who's going to UMass Lowell, where he will continue playing soccer. The Memorial Drive Elementary School Parents and Teachers Association annually gives a scholarship to an individual who demonstrates through his or her high school career a desire to enter the teaching profession. The scholarship is supported through the various fundraising activities of the PTA in the elementary school and the generosity of the parents of Farmington students. This year there are two scholarships of $400 each that will be awarded to Emily Cormier and Kristen Goodwin. The William and Kathy Seroy Scholarship was established in 1999 to recognize those student employees who have demonstrated high academic achievement while employed at the Farmington Getty during their high school career. This year, I'm pleased to present a $300 award to Eric Bolton. The Ricky Taylor Lord Scholarship is given in memory of a dear friend and classmate of the class of 1992. His zest, exhilaration, and love for the outdoors and fun will long be remembered. This year, I'm pleased to present Greg Chick with a $1,600 award. The Thomas A. Willard Memorial Scholarship was established in memory of Thomas A. Willard, who was killed in action in Vietnam on June 18, 1969. This award goes to a Farmington High School graduate who has participated in school activities, sports, is an exemplary citizen, and has been accepted for college admission. This year, I'm pleased to present a $500 award to Tiffany Pond, who will attend New Hampshire Tech Institute in Concord to study real estate. The Robert and Alexandria Lowe Trust Award is given in honor of Robert and Alexandria Lowe to young men and women residing in Stratford and Carroll counties and who plan to attend an accredited post-secondary educational institute. Recipients are selected on the basis of academic achievement, activities, and financial need. This year's $700 award is awarded to Gregory Chick. The Farmington Lions Club Scholarship. This award is given to a student of high academic standing, thrives for excellence, and has the qualities for true commitment to public service. This year, there are two $300 scholarships. The first one is awarded to Kristen Goodwin. And the second one is Angela Jansen, who will be attending Ball State University in Indiana. The Stratford County Retired Teachers Association is given to a graduating senior in recognition of services or achievement not generally acknowledged by the school. Service such as library, office help, community or special achievement in the areas of art, drama, vocational, or audiovisual are considered. This year's special award goes to Stephen Austin. The Albert C. DiPrizio Scholarship. This scholarship is in the amount of $250. This year is presented to Chris Birkinshaw from Mr. and Mrs. John H. DiPrizio of Middleton in memory of their son, Albert. They offer their congratulations and wish you the very best in your studies at Keene State College. Next scholarship is the Family Jordan Scholarship, which was established in 1989 to recognize student achievement and excellence. This year's recipient is one of two to receive a $1,000 Jordan Family National Scholarship. Congratulations to Carrie Ann Olstead. The Historical Society Scholarship was established in 1998 by the Historical Society to recognize a student that has completed at least 4 units of social studies and whose intended field of study is within the field of the social sciences. This year's $500 award is presented to Emily Cormier. The next award is the Alan Mouse Hager Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship was established in the winter of 2001 by some of his closest friends in recognition for his love of outdoor activities, sense of humor, participation in school activities and sports, and his ability to be a leader. This year, I'm pleased to present a $2,500 scholarship to his daughter, Allison Hager, who's going to Plymouth State. The Farmington Fire and Rescue Scholarship is a first-time award. This is presented to a senior who has donated countless hours as an ambulance crew member. I'm pleased to award Bridget Hersom a $500 award. The Annie Edgley Thayer Art Prize. This year, this award was originally established in 1958 by Annie Edgley Thayer. This year, we are activating it for the first time. Mrs. Thayer was a civic-minded, devoted community member who actively supported education and the arts. This monetary prize is presented to a senior who has demonstrated genuine interest and initiative in promoting their ability in the arts. I am pleased to award Janine Gardell $500, who will be attending Montserrat to study art in Beverly, Massachusetts. The next scholarship is from Empire Beauty School. It's a cosmetology scholarship for $500 to Christina Young. I have a number of scholarship announcements to make. Now, the students were asking me to give me the information. If they didn't do it, I can't announce them. So when I do announce their name, I'm going to ask them to stand for recognition. These scholarships were through the jobs of New Hampshire graduates in the amount of $1,000 each. The first award is Faith Burrows, the Empire Beauty School in Somersworth. The second award goes to Jillian Mitchell, who will attend New Hampshire Tech Institute in Concord to study criminal justice. The next award for $1,000, Nicole Kilborn, still undeclared. The fourth award, Jaylyn Tufts, will be going to McIntosh. And the fifth award through Jobs for America graduates is a President's Award for $2,500 to Mary Ann Austin, who is going to New Hampshire Tech College in Laconia to be admin assistant. The McIntosh Scholarship for $1,000, Amber Gilbert. The Huggins Hospital Scholarship for $667 to Stephanie Richards, who is going to UMass Lowell to study nursing. She also received a $200 scholarship for the Scrunglew Farm Incorporated. The Marsh Gilmore Scholarship, Church of Redeemer, goes to Emily Cormier in the amount of $1,800. She also received a presidential scholarship at UNH for 4 years. The Emerging Artist Scholarship from the Moore College of Design for $1,500 to Carrie Ann Olstead, as well as a $1,700 New Hampshire Charitable Foundation Award. The Dean's Scholarship for $16,000 from Northeastern University to Greg Chick. And the last one I have is the Barron Institute of Technology for $1,000 and the New England Test Institute of Technology for $1,000 goes to Joel Dimmick by placing third in the state electronical technology skills competition. At this time, I will present Dollars for Scholars scholarships for Mrs. Mary Barron, who is the president of the Farmington chapter of Dollars for Scholars. And she has asked me to read a paragraph to you folks. In 1965, a half dozen caring citizens ventured out and formed an organization known as Farmington Dollars for Scholars as part of the national organization. Citizen Scholarship Foundation, as it turned. In the years that have passed, this organization has raised and awarded over $80,000 to Farmington graduates. These funds are raised locally, and they remain here within our school system. This is the longest-standing scholarship group in this community. Its success can be directly attributed to those who raise the money, those who donate the money, and the students who are ever eager to continue their education. Many of these students return to Farmington to become part of our community. We thank you all for your continued support and look forward to the many years of assistance for these deserving students. The following awards. For $1,000, Carrie Ann Olsted. For $1,000, Kristen Goodwin. For $500, Maura Urick. $500 award to Emily Cormier. And the final award for $500 to Greg Chick. At this time, I would like to introduce Chief Master Sergeant Ron Nadeau, Senior Master Sergeant Jim Dahlberg, and Technical Sergeant Michael Daggett, representing the New Hampshire Air Guard.
If I may call up Joseph Natchez and Randy Smith. Before I make a presentation, I would like to thank both of these young men for joining our unit earlier this year. As we all know, these are very troubled times, and I believe it takes a lot of courage to join the armed forces while we're in conflict. But the Air Guard can thank our troops in more than one way. One way we want to help our new enlistees is to help them out with their college. And we have a check here for Randy. And that is in the amount of $27,536. And that check represents the value of the GI Bill benefits they will receive when they start college. And also, for Randy, it also represents his signing bonus. We also have a check for Joseph in the amount of $42,536. That also represents the value of his GI Bill, but it also represents the value of his student loan repayment program, where the Guard will repay his student loans up to $20,000. Another way the Air Guard can say thank you is by promoting its deserving airmen. And both of these gentlemen are truly deserving. So, if I may, I'd like to take a couple of minutes to promote these two guys, if that's all right with you. By special order, AO 205 for Airman Basic Joseph Natchez, and special order AO 206 for Airman Basic Randy Smith, 157 Student Flight Pease Air National Guard Base, New Hampshire, are promoted in the New Hampshire Air National Guard and as a reserve of the Air Force to the grade of Airman First Class, E3, effective 14 June 2003, with the date of rank of 14 June 2003. For the Commander, Elizabeth S. Sweeney, Major, New Hampshire Air National Guard Director of Personnel. And pinning him on will be Joseph's uncle, Jim Dahlberg, and the man who recruited both of these fine folks, Mike Daggett. Thank you very much, and this afternoon, go Tigers.
At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Steve Urick, School Board Chair, and Mr. Brian Blake, Superintendent of Schools, to come up to the podium as we are now going to make presentation of diplomas. Here's your list. Row one, row one. The names match up. Row 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay, kids, good luck.
Derek Leroy Janis. Carrie Ann Olstead. Kristen Marie Leduc.
Ooh,
You got that wrong.
it's okay. It's all right. You skipped one. Not a problem.
No, I'm sorry. That's what you, okay. You've got it. Kristen Ann Goodwin. Emily Ann Cormier.
There you go. That doesn't mean they're right. They don't know. Sorry. Okay, got your travelers, okay?
Leah Marie Rearick.
Congratulations.
Sarah Christine Garland. Jessica Lynn Woodman.
Yes, you can.
Allison Kate Hagar. Sarah Elizabeth Johnson. Misty Ann Marie Riley. Cara Shea Layton. Beth Ann Barrows. Chelsea Elizabeth Rochlow.
You can't have it.
Tracy L. Smith. Nicole Ann Dale.
You better smile one more, right?
Janine Cara Gardell. Amanda Ann Seal. Crystal Angeline Franklin. Heather Ann Varney. Christina Lee Young.
Slow down. Okay, hold on. We're going to wrap the seat.
Okay. Mindy Lynn Gates.
This is super. Congratulations.
Jamie Lynn Smith. Jamie Lee Russo. Jalen Tufts. Faith J. Burrows. Nicole Kilborn,
Congratulations, Nicole. Get a picture. Come on, where are they?
Jenny Courtney,
And congratulations. Get a picture. Congratulations.
Beth Carrier,
Congratulations, Beth. Congratulations, okay? Work on it.
Tiffany E. Pond,
Congratulations. Okay, come on. Congratulations.
Amber Marie Gilbert,
Congratulations. Get a picture.
Jillian Elizabeth Mitchell,
Yeah, wait a minute, we got, oh yeah, Kendra Johnson, yeah.
keep going.
Yeah, keep going. They scared me.
Kendra Rose Johnson,
We thought we lost it. Come on. What?
Tara Lynn Funk,
Congratulations. Pictures right here. Come on. Congratulations. Good luck, okay?
Stephanie Nicole Richard, Bridget Hope Hersom, Angela Maria Jansen,
When we get to more, we just look, okay? When we get to more, we go to this. Congratulations. Pictures, pictures, no.
Alicia Christina June,
Congratulations. Come on. Yeah, really good. Look at that. Congratulations.
Heather L. York,
We just look like. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, good. All right. Maura Elizabeth Urick.
Amanda Lynn Warburton,
Congratulations.
Megan Louise Wilcox,
I like your paper clips. Congratulations.
Sarah Beth Warburton,
Okay, we're gonna sit, so we'll pause for a minute.
Valerie Laffey.
Congratulations.
Erica Lee Perkins.
Don't worry about it.
Elizabeth M. Howard.
Congratulations.
Marianne Austin. Lisa M. Malakowski. Derek LaPierre.
Lavrentios.
Derek Herculeus Lavrentios. Jonathan James O'Brien. Kevin Robbins, Jr. Evan Joseph Linwood Doyle. Joshua M. LaPierre. Lucas Scott Demerit. Arthur W. Greenlay. Derek Michael Akins. Justin L. Hall. Randy Smith. Joey Natchez. Daniel D. Adjutant.
Congratulations. Richard Folger.
Richard Folger. Amber Lynn Skids. Blake White.
Congratulations.
John Paul Joseph Doobie.
All right. All righty.
Stephen Joel Smith.
Congratulations, Stephen. Okay, get out of here. Congratulations. Oh, another one? Okay, another one. Jesus.
Eric James Bolton.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. Here he comes.
Robert P. Doobie II.
Bobby, congratulations. Get a picture. Okay? You're a good kid. Hey, Bobby, take tomorrow off. Okay.
Christopher David Burkichaw.
Congratulations, Chris. Good luck.
Lauren Alexandra Isabel.
You're pretty good at this. You didn't even practice it. Congratulations, Lauren. We'll be down here. Congratulations, kid. Good luck.
Rodney Polchis.
Congratulations, Rodney.
It's close one this year.
Every year's close. Come on, let me look the other. Very well. Work hard.
Nicholas P. Doobie.
Wow. Okay, where's Dad? He is now happy. Oh, yeah. Congratulations.
Morgan George Mowry.
Congratulations, Morgan. Thanks. Whoa, more than that picture.
Jacob McKenzie.
Congratulations, Jacob.
Stephen A. Austin.
Happy birthday. Congratulations. Congratulations, good boy.
Gregory Earl Chick.
Congratulations.
Joshua Lee Rash.
Congratulations. Come on now. Now they're happy.
Sean Michael DeJulio.
Julia.
Julio.
You take care of some big business coming up, okay?
Benjamin Allen Smart.
Congratulations, Ben.
Mark Allen Thompson Whitney.
Congratulations, man. That was it.
Joel Scott Dimmick.
Joe, congratulations. Thanks very much.
Jeremy Maines.
I want your father one with kisses for everybody, but we're not going to do it. Sure. Congratulations. Thanks for working. You're welcome.
Brad Lawrence Knights.
You're welcome. Good luck. Thank you. Hold on. One more picture. There we go. Good luck.
Brandon Maines.
Congratulations. Right out here.
David N. Sowards.
Here's your ticket to ride, baby.
James John DePrizio, Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, by the authority granted to me by the Farmington School Board and the New Hampshire Department of Education, I confer these diplomas and present to you the class of 2003.
Our Father in heaven, I pray that your blessings rest upon the class of 2003. Thank you for implanting within us goals and ambitions for the future. God, I pray that we may all realize the closeness we have achieved throughout these past years and understand the roles presented to us. In 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verses 13 and 14, we are reminded to be at peace among ourselves, to advise each other, to warn those who are unruly, to comfort those who are less fortunate, to support the weak, to be patient toward all men. I pray that you may help us to look beyond our failures and the failures of others and see those that we may encounter for who they truly are. Mother Teresa once said, "We have been created in order to love and be loved. Love does not measure, it just gives." Today, we end one chapter in our lives and we begin a new one. We all have different paths to journey on, yet we must remember to work like you don't need the money, sing like nobody is listening, dance like nobody is looking, love like you've never been hurt, and live like it's heaven on earth. God, please bless the class of 2003. Amen.
Holy